Hi, this is Dane Shoemaker with Shoemaker Films. We're a Greater Philadelphia-based video production company, and we help businesses grow through video. One of the biggest opportunities right now for brands and businesses of all shapes and sizes is to start a podcast. Now, podcasts can come in many shapes and sizes, right? Traditionally, we think about podcasts as being audio only, something you might listen to while you're in your car or while you're, cleaning your house, something like that. Video podcasting has really gotten popular over the last 12 to 18 months. It's relatively simple, not easy, but simple to set up a camera, buy a mic like this and really just start sharing knowledge, building up your authority, building up your thought leadership around your brand, talking about, maybe some products that you sell, the services that you offer, maybe an opportunity to bring, guests on to a podcast like clients, maybe partners, things like that. Really just a great way. I mean, there's multiple benefits. We'll go through them today, but, getting regular content out there, not only on the podcasting platforms that you might think about, but things like YouTube, right? We think about a YouTube channel, a podcast, those things are kind of merging right now as well. You can also take a lot of the content that you produce, so a long form podcast episode, cut that up into, different form factors for social media and things like that. We'll talk about that. In general, in terms of internet marketing trends, obviously short form video is very popular with the rise of TikTok and Instagram and Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts. Obviously short form video is very popular and is a great way to grow on social media. Really, in a lot of ways, the only way to grow on social media. However, long form video is actually becoming more popular. I mean, I would say overall watch time on the internet for video is growing. The way we consume video is growing. The demand for it is growing as well. And how you build audiences has to be done through video going into 2024, right? So, but you kind of have this dual trajectory of rise of short form, but you're also seeing watch times for long form. So YouTube videos, used to be 3 minutes, 5 minutes back, 5-10 years ago. Now we're seeing, 8, 9, 10 minute long average watch times across YouTube. So the opportunity for better quality content is there. A lot of people think that attention spans for people are going down. I think people's, sort of, let's call it the bullshit meter is getting better, right? If something's not interesting or it's not quality or it's not adding value, they're likely to move on. But if there's something that's really compelling and engaging, maybe they like the personality of the person on camera, that's going to keep people engaged and hooked and hopefully get, a couple items that they can take away from that. So let's talk about the main reasons. We have 4 reasons why you should start a podcast in 2024. The first reason is building your brand online, right? So, in the modern day marketing world, you really need to be in front of people, whether that's in person or online. Most consumers are doing their research online, and, you're really going to be building a personal brand where you're getting in front of people online, sharing knowledge, sharing information about your company, about your skills, about your services that you offer. It's going to build trust, right? By starting a podcast, you're really enhancing the visibility that you have for your target audience. So whether you're a realtor, maybe that's trying to share knowledge about your market, right? Or maybe you're in the medical world and you're sharing information about processes and procedures or medical therapies, things like that, that's really going to build trust and build up your authority as someone in your industry that knows what they're talking about, right? It's a great way to differentiate yourself as well, right, from your competition. People are going online, they're doing research about products, about services, about, your industry, right? So, imagine if someone went online, they're looking for, best insurance brokers in my town, right? And all of a sudden, you're an insurance brokerage firm or an agent. you have a YouTube channel, they're going to start watching you. They're going to start trusting you. And that may be the differentiator between picking somebody who has a YouTube channel or a podcast and someone that doesn't. So building your brand through online video, through a podcast, through a YouTube channel is a no-brainer. You enhance your visibility, you increase your authority on a particular topic, as well as differentiate yourself from your competition. The next benefit we look at is networking, right? So a couple different factors with that, right? So in 2024, we are actually going to be starting our own podcast. This is going to be a series where we sit down and interview local businesses in the greater Philadelphia area, and mainly in our town to start in Newtown Square, and then we'll branch out from there along the main line and then in Philly proper. So this is an opportunity really to really just network, get to know people in the area, right? Sit down, learn about their business, showcase what we're about, right? Actually filming and recording and producing podcasts, right? In a sort of a low risk environment. You're talking, you're sharing ideas, and then you're creating content, right? You're getting this information out. We'll have the long form episode on our YouTube channel as well as all the podcasting platforms. But then you'll also, we'll be able to chop this up and send it out on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. And that's something that's of value to someone who's coming on and talking to us, right? So, imagine going to a networking event. So we go to a lot of networking events. We're on business associations and chambers of commerces and things like that in the area. You can go to a networking event, and it's a very easy conversation to say, hey, we actually have a podcast. You can, it's free to come on. We'll have a 20-minute conversation. We're going to record the whole thing. We'll give you the video after we're done. And then it's a great way to promote your business. I mean, who's going to say no to that, right? So this is something that, if you're a business thinking about your own podcast or YouTube channel, great way to bring people into your orbit, get people aware of what you're offering, right, in terms of services or products, and a great way to connect with people in your area and your target audience, right? Kind of the next reason why your business should start a podcast is it's a high leverage marketing activity, right? So think about what you do from a marketing and advertising perspective today. You can start a podcast. It's maybe 4 to 5 hours of your time per month. Shoemaker Films, we actually offer this service for clients, right? So we can come into your business for 4 hours a month, produce 4 episodes for a month. So if you're doing a weekly episode, we'll come in there for 4 hours. We'll film 4 episodes. If you want to just do a bi-weekly show, we can do that. So every 2 weeks, we'll come in for 2 hours, right? So we work around your schedule, but you set aside 2 to 4 hours per month. We'll come in, we'll record 4 episodes, and then we have the long form episode, right? So a 30 to 45 minute video or, 15 to 25, whatever that ends up being. We can chop that up into 20 to 30 short form videos that get pushed out to LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We can also work up, carousels and graphic posts, things like that. So you now have kind of this model where you have a weekly theme or a bi-weekly theme or however long, how many episodes you want to put out there. And then you can, and it's just a great model for distributing a lot of content, and not spending a lot of time. And it becomes really a massive way to put out lots of quality content that builds your brand, builds your authority. Again, going back to that first point. So high leverage opportunity for marketing for your business. The last area is really just around driving revenue, right? So this kind of covers the gamut, a couple different areas. So promoting your existing services, right? So you can go on your podcast once a week, talk about your products and services, maybe talk about your industry, market updates, topics related to your niche, right? Every week. That's going to drive traffic to your website. That's going to ultimately lead to more sales, right? Interested buyers, interested potential clients. Your target audience is tuning in every week. Starting a podcast or a YouTube channel also opens up new revenue channels, right? So a lot of your top podcasters have sponsorships, right? They have brands, knocking on their door, being asked to, showcase their product on camera, have a 30-second, spot where they're talking about it, things like that. Maybe there's, this episode sponsored by, Squarespace or something like that. You see a lot of, right? Or BetterHelp, or, you see a lot of those same influencers or content creators promoting the same stuff. But, that adds up. And if that's part of your business model, that's a viable option, right? So again, sponsorships, you can sell ad space to local businesses. So if you're a podcast that's talking about things local in your market, you could sell 30-second ads, right? We're a video production company, and we could even produce ads for people to be on our podcast or other podcasts, right? So these are all different options that you can do. You can also sell memberships. So Patreon, if you're familiar with that, is a big tool. It's, hey, $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever it is. So if you start, gaining a following, through your podcast or your YouTube channel, or on social media in combination with social media, you can now start selling maybe a Patreon. Hey, $5 a month, you can get a little bit more, content behind what we're talking about on the podcast. Maybe we go a little bit deeper. Maybe there's live coaching or one-on-one. Maybe there's a private community or a Facebook group or something like that, where you can basically add value to the audience that you're building through your podcast and charge, a nominal fee for that, right? There's also, I mentioned coaching. There's also courses, right? So if you're now doing a weekly episode on whatever your target is, whatever your topic, your niche is, you can actually, build out a library of, again, additional content that's adding value. So digital courses you can sell. Maybe it's a monthly fee similar to the memberships, or it's a, one-time, bundle of content that you can sell through courses and ongoing education and things like that. So, the opportunities are unlimited with podcasts. So, it also boosts, SEO, it just increases your presence online through, regular syndicated content on YouTube, on the podcasting platforms, on social media, right? Really being a higher leveraged, marketing opportunity for your business. So, that's it. So building your brand, networking, creating lots of content, and driving more revenue. So if those things sound good to you, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a marketing leader for your business, consider a podcast for your brand in 2024. So, if you have questions, or if you're interested in learning how we can help you do this, Shoemaker Films produces podcasts. We work with clients all the time to do this. We come into your business once a month or twice a month, depending on what you want to do. We help you put out content. We'll upload it for you. We'll manage all the episodes and the thumbnails and everything for you, do all the short form content. So get in touch with us if you're interested in that. And thanks for watching.